See, Kevin, just like that, eh? Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. Panheads now portable. Sweet. Cheers. My last Homebrew Wednesday video, you would have seen me do a quick video tour of Panhead Brewery up in Upper Hutt with Mike Nielsen. He was the guy with the mow. The bottling plant is working, and I was lucky enough to go up and give Mike a hand one day last week doing some bottling. So we managed to get 1,644 of these bottles bottled, so that people could enjoy them all over the Greater Wellington area. So if you haven't seen one of these yet, go hunting for them. They're turning up in liquor stores. It is a fine, fine drop. Speaking of fine drops, I had myself one of those. Ooh. Got another one in the fridge for later. So, a Dogfish Head 120-minute IPA with the big caution cap on the top. The reason they put these on there is that when these appear in the bottle stores, which isn't very often, but when they do, it's the same kind of bottle as a 60-minute and a 90-minute, the same sort of kind of label, and people will take 120-minute and put it into their 4-pack and walk away. So they put these little caps on them so that the checkout person could see that it was a more expensive beer. These are selling for, well, straight out of the brewery in Delaware. These are $8 US each. So they're not overly expensive, it's just that they're really, really hard to get. And I was lucky enough to have SJPORR, Lamo 22 and Kevin Clements help me out to get a couple of these bottles over to me. So on Saturday I did a tasting with them. So I joined up on the Google Hangout and we all shared a bottle of a 120-minute IPA.
Finally, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, camera's in. Sit back down there. Sit down. Sit. Stay. Good camera. Right. Oh, whoops. Got me taking another sip. As well as the 120-minute IPA that I got from the States, I also got 5 other beers. I got 5 US SJPORR beers. So here they are. Cellar Dwellers Old Ale, Mr. Sparty 1995, the SJPORR Experiment Beer. Also got Everty Home Brewing's Barrister Brown Ale. This one with the greatest label of them all, Lamo 22's Poor Old Raspberry Ale. Look at that label. Stunning, wonderful piece of artistic expertise in there. Great stuff, Larry. And the winner of the US SJPORR 2013 challenge, drum roll please, Kevin Clements, Robusted SJ Workshop Porter. Look at that. So I have 5 US SJPORR beers to share. So what I'm going to do is one of them is going to head down to Dean McDonald, who came 3rd in the New Zealand SJPORR challenge. So I'll be sending him down a bottle. And then the other 4 top brewers, Sadi, myself, Ian Watson and Grant Baker, we will be sitting down at some stage very soon and doing a tasting and a nice little YouTube review of these wonderful SJPORR beers. This little bit, I was going to do a proper review of it, but it was very difficult to do a review while we're just chatting. Being on Google Hangouts with Kevin, Larry and Stephen was just like sitting at a bar really and just chatting away to your mates, just having a good old couple of drinks. Yay! 480 minutes worth of IPA. hard to do a bit of a review on it. But what I can tell you is that this beer is, in the words of SJPORR, phenomenal. Okay, I was expecting something that was really harsh, lots of alcohol punch in it. Instead, heat on it, but it's not. It's hidden really well with sweetness. It was sweet, and it was hop sweet. It was like just a sweet hop flavour, a sweet hop nectar that just balanced out the alcohol that was in there, the 18% alcohol. It was phenomenal. I can't thank Stephen, Larry and Kevin enough for getting these beers shipped over to me. It's like, far out, it was a birthday present. Basically, it turned up on my birthday, well, it turned up pretty close to my birthday, and it was mind-blowing. I was lost for words, blown away. So what's been happening in the brewery? Well, we've had a bit of a tidy up. Let's sort of see the floor now. I want to get the floor laid. I want to get stainless steel, not stainless steel, I want to get aluminium tread plate down on the floor, so I thought I'd better clean up the floor a bit. Empty panhead boxes. Full boxes. Yum yum. But anyway, the fermenter with its Hannah Montana towel, its Miley Cyrus twerking towel, is getting close to having a home in the fridge. So the fridge out here. Bit hard to see in the dark. Oh, hello, here I am. It's got a door on it now. It seals nicely. So I had the bracket, welded on some extra bits to the bracket, drilled another hole so I could extend out and use the existing brackets to get past my collar. Same thing down here, welded out and put a bit of an angle brace in there so I could take all that weight, because this double glazing bloody door is freaking heavy. Oh, look at my t-shirt. Time for another one. Get a bit rough, I need a new one. Hello, pussycat. In the soon-to-be retired fermenting fridge, I have a keg of Dr. Rudy's pills, which is currently dry hopping. So by this weekend it will be moved from this fridge and into the Keezer, ready to be lagered. Fun times. Alrighty, what else has been happening? Other than the SJPORR beers turning up, and other than Panhead now being portable, go get yourself some Panhead. It's a damn good beer. What else has been happening here? I've got a keg. There it is. This keg is full of Kitten Kilo beer. So this was a Kitten Kilo beer that Jerry brewed. Now, I was in a brew shop. I was in Brew Zealand in Petone and having a chat to Paul there, the owner. And Jerry came in and he said, "I'm not happy. My beer doesn't taste good. It didn't dry up. Chubby, can you take over? It didn't dry hop up properly. Try saying that fast. Yeah. Didn't dry hop up properly." That is quite difficult to say. And I said, "Well, what went wrong?" And the muslin that he had tied the hops up in was a bit tight, so it didn't expand out, so there wasn't a lot of hop flavour in there. It was also only dry hop for a day, so it didn't really have the chance to mingle with the beer. So I gave it a taste, as you do, and it was okay. There was a little bit of DMS in the beer. There was a little bit of underlying oxidization that was in there that you sort of get from a Kitten Kilo, and there was a really strong malt profile in there. And I thought, we might be able to save this beer. So I said to him, "You want to run a risk?" Well, I didn't say that. I said, "I can help you." I said, "I've got a spare keg at home. I haven't got anything in at the moment. How about I grab all the bottles of beer off you, instead of you tipping them down the sink and giving it to the fishes in the ocean, we'll see if we can save this beer." So I've taken his beer. I've got a couple of bottles spare that I can taste later on as a comparison. And I've slowly got all of his beer tipped into the corner keg, oxygen removed, degassed, and then I've started doing some CO2 scrubbing on it, just to try and remove out the DMS and just thin out the malt profile a little bit and just see if I can balance it off a bit. But now that it's in a keg, that means I can also dry hop it for him, crash it and recarb it and rebottle it, and he can take it away again. So we've saved a beer. Well, hopefully we've saved a beer. So I don't know if anybody else out there has tried to do this before, of getting an old kitten kilo that's been in a bottle that's tasted a bit malty and a little bit oxidised, and tried to save it by dry hopping the buggers out of it to hide some of those off flavours. But I thought, let's give it a crack. So I have, and that's my good deed for the day, is to help a fellow brewer enjoy the fruits of his labour and not tip them down the damn sink. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on how it goes. It's going to be a couple of weeks. I'm going to let it sit for a week to do a little bit of scrubbing on it, and then I'm going to dry hop it for a week and then bottle it back up. So we'll let you know how it goes. Jerry's beer, Jerry's experiment beer. Let's see what happens. But anyway, that is enough from me. Actually, there's a few more things. The smash off. The votes are coming in. Hopefully by the end of this week we will have all the votes in and we'll know who the winner of the smash off was for 2013. We have the efficiency challenge that we haven't done yet, but I will be doing soon. It's just been a really busy week. Lots and lots of things happening with work and bits and pieces. So anyway, final words. Cheers to Kevin. Cheers to Laramo22. And cheers to SJPORR for getting these beers over to me and getting me my Dogfish Head 120-minute IPA. And spending the Saturday afternoon with me enjoying 480 minutes of IPA. Cheers guys. We'll do it again real soon. Have yourself another one.
Red alert! Red alert!
It was like a big secure video. Faces were just all over the place. Boom!